Hello YouTube, P3 here back with another kicking action figure review. Yes, this figure review is over the Marvel Legends Infinite series Valkyrie. Yeah, very cool figure. I really dig her. She is the running change of Thundra, and she doesn't really say, like Valkyrie's on the back of the package, not the front. The front just says Fearless Defenders, because she and Thundra both are Fearless Defenders, and you need them to build the Hulkbuster, yeah! And they each come with an arm. This fine lady right here comes with the right arm of Hulkbuster, and you'll see how it functions in the Hulkbuster review coming soon. But yeah, Valkyrie. This is the second Hasbro Valkyrie figure. There was another one in a 2-pack. It was like a fan's choice figure. They wanted a Valkyrie figure made, and apparently it just sucked. Apparently it was just a bad figure. But this is a pretty cool figure. She'll look great next to your Thors because she is very big. Yeah, so that Thor that just came out and those Thors that have been out, because they keep reusing that same Thor mold. So that's a thing that they do. But now we have her to go with Thor, which I think is really cool because I actually don't have a lot of figures to go with my Thor. I have a Thor, I have like 2 Lokis. That's just a nice Thor. There's all my Thor stuff in the 6-inch scale, so I'm very glad I have her. She is really cool. Her only accessory is this sword here. As you can see, it's just a nicely painted silver blade. A little hilt here. Just a neat little sword. I like it. I think it might be the same one that came with the first Valkyrie, or at least it's similar. I had to do some research on the other Valkyrie before I did the review of this gal. Yeah, but she's really cool. My Thundra, she's really the same ground level sculpt as Thundra, but I'm not sure which one I like more, honestly. This one's a bit less obscure of a character, I suppose. She has better head articulation. Whoa! That just shot across the room. Maybe I spoke too soon, but she has... There needs to be like a joint here. There's no joint right here. It's just the ball. If she had a joint, she could move her head so much further. She can look up. She can look down a bit, but she pops back up because of her hair, side to side, and there's really no head movement on Thundra at all, which is why I was talking about Thundra. They have the same arm articulation. You got the swivel, the bend, you have a bicep swivel, and then there's a bicep swivel, like on one end of the bicep and the other end, so the bicep swivel up top here, and then there's like a swivel on the elbow, so when you move one, the other moves. There's not really a point of having both. I mean, there's both on all female figures, but it's just weird, right? Well, not all female figures. Lots of my female figures don't have the bicep swivel and they just have the lower swivel. So I guess they give her more articulation than the average female figure. But at the same time, it's pointless articulation. Or maybe they just moved it. I don't know if she has more or if she just has it in different places because of something on her legs, which I will get to in a second. And then there's the elbow bend, of course, which is a really tight joint, by the way. And there's a swivel on the wrist and, you know, the forward and back on the wrist. There, she has a good bit of torso movement, as you can see. You got forward and back, side to side, you know, just all kinds of movement in the torso. Nothing on the waist, so that's that. And then you have like an in and out on the legs, and if you rotate that joint forward and use the thigh swivel, then you can kick forward pretty well. Her joints down here are a bit looser than Thundra's, and her legs are a little warped, so I might have to run them under hot water or a hair dryer or something. Double knee bend, as usual. No swivel right here. I'm used to what I like to call the boot swivel, and there's no boot swivel. That's problematic. I like boot swivels. She doesn't have one. But down on the foot, up on the foot, and you have side to side. So that's really nice. Now for detail and paint, her detail and paint's actually pretty clean. Her belt here is actually attached to her body while Thundra's is not. So I'm just going to talk about Thundra this entire review, if that makes sense. And then she has her armor boobies And her little armor bits down here too. She's got this part on her neck. Yes, I did take the head off on purpose. Which, now that I say that, makes it seem like I didn't. I like her hair, actually. It's shaded, if you look at it, which is pretty cool. She's got a black band on each arm, these gauntlet parts here, cuffs, if you want to call them that. She's just a nice looking figure. I like her. I like her. But yeah, now let's get into some size comparisons. First up, here's Valkyrie with some other figures from her wave. I'm not going to show her with Thundra because they are really the same size and everything, because they're the same, you know, parts for the most part. So, you know, we're going to skip that because there would really be no point. But you can see her together with Thundra in the Hulkbuster review when it goes up, so be sure to subscribe. Anyways, here she is with the Mark II War Machine on the left, and he's from Age of Ultron. And here on the right we have Doctor Strange. Yeah. So, yeah, she's bigger than both of them, as she should be. She's, you know, from Asgard, so she's a big lady. Big Norse lady. Which is dope. That's hot. Big women are cool. Yeah, but, yeah, you know, I think she goes great with them. And here she is with some other Marvel Legends. Here on the left, we have the comic series Iron Patriot from the Iron Man 3 line, who she scales just fine with. So she'll scale well with, like, Extremis Armor Iron Man and stuff, and the exclusive rescue figure and etc. And then here on the right, we have her with White Tiger, who is the small female mold that they use for, like, teenagers. So she has this mold. I believe this is actually called the Jubilee mold. And then there's, you know, two Spider-Girl, a Spider-Woman. You know, several characters have that mold now. And I think Valkyrie's mold might actually be Red She-Hulk, which was a figure I wanted but never got, so I'm not entirely sure. But, yeah, you know, I think she scales great with them too. Much bigger, as she should be. And now here she is with some Marvel figures that were not made by Hasbro, like the rest you've seen so far. Here on the left we have the Diamond Select Marvel Select Venom, and here on the right the Hasbro re-release of the Toy Biz Carnage. Yeah, so that's how she looks with these fellas. And, well, with the Diamond Select, she's too small. Venom should not be bigger than her. Venom should be maybe the same size, I think would be cool. There's that Venom coming out in the next Spider-Man wave, or the Absorbing Man wave, so that would be cool. And I think she's fine with the Toy Biz Carnage over here, though, you know? I think she'll be fine with Toy Biz figures. I don't think there's much of a problem there. Some Toy Biz figures are a little small compared to Hasbro figures. Most of them are, actually. But honestly, you know, I think it's fine since she's, you know, a bigger character and all. So along with my final thoughts on the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Fearless Defenders Valkyrie figure from the Hulkbuster Build-A-Figure wave. Well, she's really, really cool. I really like this figure. She's got a nice sculpt and all, good articulation. You know, she comes with a neat sword that she holds very well. It comes with a great Build-A-Figure piece. She sizes well with other figures. Honestly, you know, I'm gonna give her 4 out of 5 stars. I can't think of much wrong with her. I would have liked the boot swivel. 2 of the same articulation joints so close together on the arm seems a little weird. I mean, it helps in some cases. I would have preferred just a double elbow bend in the bicep swivel, honestly. They won't give those to female figures often, though, because their arms are thinner, I guess. I don't know why. I guess that's the reason. No, the female figures get a lot less articulation, which is fine. I like that she has flat feet. Thank goodness for that. I really don't like my Marvel Legends that don't. The past several female Marvel Legends I bought have had flat feet. My Captain Marvel, my Miss Marvel, White Tiger here, Valkyrie, Thundra, all have flat feet so they can actually stand. Because my Black Cat can absolutely not stand on her own. I have to lean her up against some Spider-Man. But yeah, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz. We have other channels. Our last review. There are even some other YouTubers down there. So check it out. Check it out, you guys. There's lots of just great stuff to be found. There really is great stuff to be found. So that's it, you guys. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all those cool links. As I said, 4 out of 5 stars, and I'll see you all later.